already and making something out of it. That's what we
Right.
do. We magical people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely I'm with that.
Perfect. So I sent you the podcast interview with Dejan, and
Hmm.
and I want to know what you I just played them some feedback from my friend. She was like, I would definitely tune in. So if they were doing podcasts for like a living. So I want to know what you felt about their podcast and like what was your initial feedback when you heard their conversation.
What I When I was listening to it, it was reminding me a lot of about myself actually. Um Especially around that time when I was in high school, because I was naturally the only person um in my realm of existence that was on this type of wave where I wanted to just be to myself, wanted to be on something that was more so righteous, something that was more so spiritual in nature, something that was more so tapped in to know who I am, what I'm supposed to bring to the table. And as I'm listening to y'all speak, it was kind of inspiring. You understand? It was kind of like, okay, I see that the generation that's just right next to me is getting it, because it's something that I look at as the universe is moving in the correct pattern in which it should be going. To hear some young men speak on their own experience in that way, it was inspiring. And so I just want to let y'all know that y'all on the correct path. You on the right path. You understand? And that's what I wanted to share with y'all real quick.
Perfect. Yeah, I know they appreciate that. And definitely it is inspiring to see people who are like just right under us. Like we're generation Y, they're generation Z, but it seems like
Right.
we all are on the right path to like
Absolutely.
this world, podcast at a time, interview at a time. And that's why I'm happy to have you here. I want you to let us know a little bit about like more about your experience as like when you were in high school and what started you on your spiritual journey and your musical journey as well. And then I'm gonna hand it to Jermaine and Dejan to take it from there.
I have to say that my journey started when I was young, before the womb. Um, Before I was in the womb, you know, this everybody's journey starts that way. Whether you want to take that for what it is, my belief system is that your entire life you on a spiritual journey. There is not a time where you're not on a spiritual journey. You understand? You can't disconnect the spirit from your reality. So when I look back on it, and I've deeply thought about this, my entire life was growing me for um the mindset that I'm in now. There was never a time where I've really lacked anything. It was only my perception that I lacked something. There was never a time where I wasn't on this path. It was my perception at the time that I was on a certain path. You know what I'm saying? And so when I look back on it, I'm like, well, my mother always told me that, I was a black guy. I wasn't a nigga. I wasn't this. She was telling me this as a child, you know, high school, because I was a Muslim, because I am a Muslim. I've always seen the world from a different perspective. Like people was always eating pork, always, but I was always that person like, you shouldn't eat this, you should eat healthy, you should eat right, because I knew better growing up, but I was still in the same environment in which we all grow up in. You know what I'm saying? So growing up with this certain type of, righteous mindset, but then being around in an environment where it's not conducive for that type of growth, you can almost you can feel like you battling between two worlds. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where I've always been at within my life, but now recently I've been in a space to where I can really hone in and go in into my own mode, into my own zone. I'm in my own environment. I've created my own space. I'm in my own mind. So now I can take myself out of the world and put myself in my mind and grow what I need to grow. And eventually, I feel like everybody is going to have to come to this type of perspective, come to this type of level in their mind where we no longer focus on the outside world and we just focus on what we got going on. You understand? Because at the end of the day, and something I wish that I would have known when I was in high school was that somebody would have really got in my ear and been like, look, don't worry about these relationships. Don't worry about what the next motherfucker doing. Don't worry about, you understand, being the freshest, having the sauciest shoes and all that shit. I wish somebody would have really told me that. You know what I'm saying? Like would have really been on that with me because at the end of the day, that's not gonna matter in this next step in which y'all about to take on, in which y'all about to embark on. You know what I'm saying? That creativity that y'all got that she talking about, you pursue that 100% right now. Don't you ain't gotta wait to no future shit. You ain't gotta wait to nah. You going to that right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's one. I'm gonna leave you that there, so that way you know this conversation can be a build. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is it my turn? What's going on? Hey, how
What's
you been,
going
man?
on, John?
How you been?
Amazing, golly, bless.
Facts.
Absolutely. How are you?
I'm good. Couldn't be better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just start off with like a little icebreaker. You feel me? Something smooth. So,
Right,
what to you? Like, I know you speaking on like far as the environments and everything, and like, us spiritual beings, being younger around families who may not be on the same path, and make it harder for you to do certain things on a spiritual journey. Like, let's say around my house and make a lot of meat
right.
and all that. So I have to balance, you know, being a human and spiritual at the same time, but at the same time, kind of like cut off people in my family in a way. Like they're they're not raising my vibration that way. I have to isolate myself. You know what I'm saying? Like be in my own lane. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
like I know it'll be tougher for people younger, and that's why like you know some people our age will give up on stuff like that, and some people will just give up because they've not seeing results fast enough. But in your eyes, what to you is like the true meaning of spirituality? I want to know.
Discipline. Discipline. You just kind of explained it within your own, you know, dissertation. Um, you know that the most important thing about it is discipline off top because you already say you already got an environment that's not conducive for your growth. So you saying that in order for you to even grow in it, you need to be disciplined in what you already know. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they cooking meat, you got to go into your discipline mind and be like, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. That's not for me. I got to be disciplined because discipline allows you to grow within your spirit. Discipline also allows you to grow within the material world as well. You understand? Because
So,
if you say for example, you want to make $20,000 and that's easy to make, but your brain got to be disciplined to do it. You know what I'm saying? Your brain got to be like, I know the plan that I got and it's gonna work, but if I stick to it, I can get that.
for
But
sure.
if I don't, if I distract myself, you understand, that's what I'm doing. I'm just distracting myself. And that discipline, I'm deleting it, I'm destroying it, and now I'm not gonna be able to make that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that really ever holds us back in life is just how disciplined we are.
Hmm.
That's it. And if we looking at things objectively or subjectively, we have been taught through parents, through teachers, through our religious systems, the whole nine, that to take everything to heart. You know what I'm saying? We take too many things in without looking at shit, like looking at every different conversation that we have is just something that we looking at subjectively. Just like how in school, right? You will learn a subject that your teacher is trying to teach you. You not gonna care about every subject. You know what I'm saying?
For
You're
sure.
not gonna care for everything that your teacher is teaching you. So why don't we look at life like that in every different situation? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Every conversation that you have with somebody, you ain't got to take it emotionally. Look at it just like it's a teaching moment. That's all. It's either do this apply to you or do it don't, or if it doesn't. And that's how I feel like the best way that people, no matter where you are at in your development stage, if we was taught to look at things from that type of perspective, we will be able to grow in all types of fields in which we want to grow in. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
No, yeah, I got everything, bro. I got everything.
Absolutely. I already know you like you there with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Big God energy.
what are the main three things you would do to raise your vibration? Whether it's like meditating or anything like that. What is like the main three things that you do?
I give y'all this key. Start going on YouTube, listening to the Hearst music if you don't do that already. Another thing, I don't I don't really listen to any rappers. I don't listen to music like that no more. That's one of the main things, one of the key things actually, because there's an energy and there's a spiritual energy in all songs.
Hmm.
What people don't understand is that all songs resonate on a certain frequency. They resonate on a certain vibration. So, say for example, you want to be happy, right? Most people want to be happy, but the minute they're happy, especially when we're young, we want to directly start listening to some rap music. When most of these people go in the booth to record these songs, most of their energy, half of the time, they sad. You understand? They mad. They broke, and they're managed by other people. They don't own their own rights to their own music. So when they making this music just out of, they not making it out of no type of love. They not making it out of no type of like, "Oh, I want to bring my people some good feeling." They just doing it because it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So imagine it like this, right? You go into a food spot and you walk up in there, you it's your first time going in, and the clerk, they got a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna want to eat there after the clerk giving you this negative attitude? You know what I'm saying? You gonna be like, hell no. You don't know what's going on in that chef kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Why they? I ain't trying to have that energy over my food. So it's the same thing when it comes to music. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's why you got to be real selective when you listening to music. Watch the like go on these artists' page. Like how does they energy discern their energy before you listen to these people? You know what I'm saying? Are they puppets? Are they you gotta really, it's that deep. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I do. Also, nature is the greatest teacher that you will ever have. You
Preach.
understand? Not to say that Aisha not an amazing teacher. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely an amazing teacher.
Facts.
But nature is the greatest teacher that you will ever have. You understand? When we talking about, let's go back into great people. Look at Isaac Newton, or you just look at Einstein. Look at all these different people. All these people were, or philosophers itself, mystics. Rumi. These people spent a lot of time in nature
Hmm.
because nature is very mathematical. Nature is very intuitive. Everything in nature that grows in nature, by the very definition of the word, it's in alignment with the universe. You understand? Because anything that's in nature is in the word. It's in the nature of the universe. So when you spend time in it, it teaches you things just by you simply just watching it, just do what it does. Sometimes the best thing that you can do in life is go knock over a fucking ant hill and watch the ants. This sometimes it's the best thing that you can do. Literally, it's a reason behind that, right? Because I thought about this very deeply. I was a reason why I was always intrigued by ants. Ants, the reason why they venture off and it seems random, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is those random ants that's venturing off, they leave off a pheromone, right?
Okay.
To the ants back at the colony. And even if those ants go die off somewhere, the ants at the colony now have this trace where other ants have gone to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come over and knock over their ant hill and things that destroy their kingdom, the ants have, because someone else already ventured off somewhere, they have this marker that is placed on where other good environments for them to build a kingdom is at.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But
Yep.
see, if all ants stay at the same kingdom, they all stay at the same kingdom, they can't learn where to go. They can't learn where to grow to or where they can build up another kingdom. So it's important for you to be one of those people that goes and does the opposite of what everyone does. You know what I'm saying? In order for the kingdom to keep growing. That's how we are as people, right? The people that people call geniuses are usually the ones who are just isolating and going to the and spend time in nature to get these understandings, to get these higher thoughts, to get these higher feelings. You know what I'm saying? People call people like Kanye a genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what does he do? He does the opposite of what the colony does, what everyone does. So it's important for you to spend time to yourself,
Oh yeah.
spend time in your brain, like you said, in your meditation. Those things are important for me. It's important to me. So to go back all into one point, I listen to Hertz music all the time, 432 hertz, 852 hertz. Um, I don't listen to music with words all the time. You understand? I literally no. That's a no. You gotta really digest from that. Um, I make sure that I keep a lot of crystals on me because I got a lot more things than just three things I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I feel that. I feel
There's a
that.
lot more than just right. It's a lot more than just three things because you got to realize that this world is very strong. It has a very powerful pull on your natural being. You know, it can pull you into it. It can suck you into it. So you gotta do things that are abstaining from the normal. Uh, crystals. Let me show y'all real quick. Gotta have crystals. You feel me? Gotta keep them on you.
Yep.
And this is an amethyst right here. It's a big old powerful amethyst. Put this in the moonlight. I meditate, pray the whole nine. That also again, spend time in nature. Go to a waterfall. Go to a river. Um, all of these things will help you, like a lot.
True.
Men, men and women have to understand that our minds do work differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our minds do work differently, but similar, very similar, but differently. The way that men see things, we can get understanding from looking at ants do what they do. You know what I'm saying? It may not seem like to women, it may not seem like something that they would do naturally, but to us, we can actually get understanding from it because how do we learn things is more so from this masculine perspective in which we're looking at things objectively and looking at things from this kind of like a kind of like a how do I don't want to say the wrong um I don't want to give the wrong explanation because some of these a lot of these concepts are pretty deep in Nate and deep in thought.
Take your time.
Mm. See, the good thing about what I've learned from my observation is that women tend to feel their environments. They tend to more so have already this connection with their environment. So their need to directly observe something is not as much there as ours, right? When we go into an environment, we have to more so look at it, see it, observe it. But when a woman walks in an environment, she already she already kind of understands the environment. She already walks in with it as like she's the environment. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way I can actually describe what I was trying to get across with it making some type of sense.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Jermaine.
Yeah, so well, one second. We have some students that are also in the classroom. So
Okay.
about one, two, three, about four people in here as well. And then we got a question from Desiree who's in here.
All right, absolutely.
She said basically you're trying to say men are more delayed than women.
In a way, in a way, in a way, this is a very, 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 very deep conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I could take it there, but I don't know if we got enough time for stuff like that.
Not on this session, but maybe you can come back another time.
Right. All right. This is one of those that because that'll go into a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying?
We go on and on.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll go into a whole nother world of conversation if I took it there.
So
But Desiree, did you have another question initially? What's the question? Can you hear her?
Nah.
What's it called? So you was talking about how when you listen to music and stuff that like your mindset is like negative and stuff and yeah. So would you say that dang, hold up, let me think. Would you say even okay, I don't agree with you when you said, oh, like your environment could also impact like yourself, like your mind and stuff, because it's like you can't always be around negative or like bad energy. So my question is are you in a good mindset, and if you could be in a different environment, how would it look? Only because when I was like out the country, it was way different. It smelled way better. I was eating better, and I was just around positive and good energy. So,
Mm-hmm.
did he come up with?
So say it one more time. Repeat your question
Well,
in another way.
if you
Right.
were in a different environment, how would it look? And are you in a good positive energy right now?
Mm. Good question.
So you saying if I'm in a different environment, how would it look? It would look like the environment that I'm in. Like it will look like the environment that I will go to directly answer
Cultivated.
that question.
You've
Right.
cultivated the environment that you want.
Absolutely. Um, so this is the thing about our spirits, right? What if I told you, and this is going to be a mind opener for a lot of people. What if I told you all that your spirit is a spirit that's over 1 trillion years old, right? And what if I told you that wherever you go in life, wherever you make your home, you make it from a certain point of perspective that your spirit has already like attached itself to and what it likes in the different realms of life that you have already experienced. So say for example, right? I buy an apartment in the way that I decorate it from this point of perspective that I like. You understand? But where does that thought come from? where does the thought of I want to decorate my room like this comes from? It's not naturally something just from um what you've seen, but it's more so what you feel, right? When we decorate things, we do it off of what we feel, but where does that feeling come from? Do we ever ask ourselves these types of questions? And usually, whenever you go somewhere and you create your own environment, usually create it similar to something that you've already done before, right?
Mhm.
So it's like if I learn that I start decorating my room with uh with plants and things of that nature, and I'll be like, this feels like home. Something about me putting these plants in my room feels natural to me, right? And then you will move. If you got to move somewhere else, you'd be like, I like plants. I like plants in my house. I need this energy around me. But that energy comes from a spiritual thought. It comes from something that's already in your soul, something that you've already experienced in life, or an environment in which you've already have been in before. And the reason why you start decorating things a certain way is because this is what you've preferred in different lifetimes. And so when I talk about, your environment can affect you um negatively, it definitely can. Because there's something called epigenetics. And I don't know if y'all write down any notes and things of that nature, but epigenetics is the study that through language, through traditions, through food, through encounters with people, this can change your DNA. This can change the structure of your DNA, the structure of your mind, the structure of your body. And not only that, it changes your DNA structure 7 years down the line, and it will transfer off into your children, right? So when we think about time itself, right? Who do y'all think experiences time the fastest? The person that is in the club all the time, or the person that is out in nature struggling? Who you think is experiencing time the fastest? Anybody answer that question?
Look,
Club.
At a club.
Exactly, right? You in
Yeah.
the moment at the club, you know what I'm saying? You dancing at the club, so you're not tripping off the time. So time goes by faster, right? But the person that's in nature, that's spending time, that gotta hunt for their food, spending time that's gotta use their mind moment to moment.
Yeah.
They're going to dread. They're going to be dreading time. You understand? They're going to be experiencing time on a very slow state. So the reason why epigenetics and knowing what it is important, because through language itself, we have been able to speed up our understanding and our process within time. This is why when people say the longer, like when they get older, they be like, damn, the day is going by faster. You know what I'm saying? The days start feeling faster and faster. It's because you know more. It's because you're understanding more, because you're coming into more knowledge. It's because you're around more people. You know what I'm saying? And so your environment can definitely affect your energy if you're not aware of these certain things, if you're not aware of these certain like how it affects you. And so when I say go into your meditation, go into your own zone, your own vibration, because this is going to help slow down your time. This is going to help slow down your rhythms in which you placing yourself in your own time. Because a lot of times, which is pretty interesting, a lot of times we are on someone else's time, right? And this
Hmm.
is why life be feeling like it's sped up. Even when, because I remember when I was in high school and I'm going to school every day, I'm on somebody else's time because I didn't necessarily want to go to high school. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm on somebody else's time, the day was going by quickly. It's going by fast. Even though I got up every day, what, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. to go to school? You feel me? The day will still go by quick. All the information I'm getting and learning from the teachers, I was taking in some of it, but a lot of it I wasn't. And so it's just more knowledge and more information that's just making my brain just zapping throughout the day.
That makes me curious about how y'all, as my students, how y'all are experiencing time with virtual learning and the shift in education. Like, does time seem like it moves faster or slower? And I want to give that to like Jermaine, since you typically come face to face, and now you've been virtual for a few days. Like, how has your experience with time been this semester?
Um, I don't. Hold on. Can you repeat that again?
Like, how, just, I mean, it's like a broad question, but like, how do you feel like you've been experiencing time? Does time seem like it's changed a little bit, be from like doing this virtual learning versus how school used to be? Or does it feel like it's going slower or faster or just about the same?
For me, it feel like it's going way more slower. Cause like I don't know, like it feel like it's going like way more slower. I ain't gonna lie. Like being at school and being at home like two different things. I don't know.
Right. I
Right,
could imagine.
right.
No, I can ask him a question though.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, all right, if you could say like how many like your circle is like your circle very small or it's like you still had that same circle from like high school. Well, I know you like dropped a lot of friends because they wasn't on your same vibration, but
Oh,
like
absolutely.
what's your circle looking like?
I'm gonna tell you right now that your circle is not gonna be the same. You understand?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, and that's the number one thing that you are going to learn in life is that it's just not gonna be the same. Everybody that you grew up with, everybody's gonna go on their own pathway. Everybody gonna go on their own. They gonna do their own thing. Certain people still gonna be close, but you're not gonna be as close. You understand? That's just how it is. Because once you, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. High school, high school is not really preparing you. You know what I'm saying? High school is not truly preparing you, and in a way that it should be. You understand? Because high school is and it's actually pretty good that y'all are experiencing these classes on online because now you're getting some of the real experience of life already right
Mhm.
now. It's like life is almost forcing people to get some of this real experience now. I grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? All my homies, a lot of my homies still toting, still got guns, still all the, I'm 100% disconnected from that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no longer around the homies no more. My circle right now is super small. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting. My circle's small, but my network is big. My network is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it continues to grow. My network continues to grow, and I can predict this because I already know where my life is going, where it's headed. Y'all go see me year from now on all the playlists, on all the music shit, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? But it's because I've taken this time to be to myself. I've taken this time to be disciplined, just work on my music, work on what I need to do, because that's the most important thing that everybody should learn right now. Is it's all about your world. It's not about the mainstream. You understand? It's not about what you're seeing on social media. It's not about somebody else's podcast. It's your podcast. You
Right.
understand? It's your job. It's your art. It's your sports. You know what I'm saying? It's what you doing. It ain't about what everybody else doing. It's about what you put people gonna be attracted just to your natural frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once we all get back on that type of understanding, because you look at nature, right? You look at all the trees. The trees are separate entities. They all separate beings. They all
Yeah.
fight for the same space though. You know what I'm saying? But the trees ain't trying to join with other trees. You know what I'm saying? Nah. They got their own roots and shit, and they like my roots go do what they do. I'm trying to get this space. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so even nature competes, but it's not even really a competition. It's really just nature. You just in your own nature. And if anybody around you can't see you for who you are, you don't need to try to put your energy around them. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
ain't got to try to be cool with people just cause of nah. That shit lame. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that we gonna learn in life is that you trying to give your energy to other people and they not really receptive of that. That's lame. Or the other way around. Why would you want people around you who you feel better than? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I call them like energy vampires.
Exactly.
They like to come and feast off your energy, and then you lowering
Exactly.
yourself, and they getting higher. They stealing your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. And even if right, if you feel like you the big dog and they the little homies, you know what I'm saying, and you want to make yourself feel good, that's when you become a werewolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. All right. So I got I just need like your feedback off of this. All right. So basically, like on social media, like people that be on like Instagram and all that stuff. All right. So like I feel like they being like competition. Like you know how like people be like posting all that stuff, like seeing like what other people have and they don't have. Then like they'll feel some type of way, and like people like look up to like people look up to like the wrong people not to be looking up. They don't really like they just try to follow other people and stuff like that. Like and like you giving like your viewpoint on like what's going on in today's world with Corona and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So I get exactly what you mean. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, like I've been around a lot of these different people, right? A lot of these different people that appear like that they these it people that I'm gonna tell you something, right? The only thing that truly exists in this world is alphas. Only people that truly the things that truly exist in this world is alphas, betas, zetas, that whole thing that we learned that which was pretty interesting that school did teach us, right? But the thing is, we got something called epsilon, and we got people which is fake. You know what I'm saying? And we have, especially our younger generations, have been caught up in this social media world where we'll see somebody post some shit with hella diamonds on, post some shit, make it look good, put the but these people are hella lame in real life. You understand? These people are super phony in real life. These people are broke. They distress. You understand? They got bad tempers, bad relationships, the whole nine, right? And they got you thinking that this is what you want because you got all these other people that's just what?
Following
Lames
them.
at the end of the day, trying to be like somebody else who's just a bigger lane. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was at one point in time, and this was like it's pretty interesting how I feel like when me and her was just in high school, we had something where which was called more so trendsetters. You know what I'm saying? Trendsetters was people who which was like me. I gotta be real because it just transferred my energy just transferred into anything I'm doing. So it was like naturally there was people who was just like they just got the sauce. You know what I'm saying? They were just naturally lit. And everybody wanted to be like them the whole nine. But what happened with social media was that you had a whole bunch of these posers, a whole bunch of these like people trying to be like everybody else. But they see the thing was certain people had either like more money to make it look better. Certain people either had more connections to make it look better. You understand? But them people that was in real life when me and her was in school doing shit, you know what I'm saying? People wanted to get behind, follow. That's because those people had real alpha energy. Nowadays, we got a lot of people with that epsilon energy, that fake king energy, that fake alpha energy, and we got people just again going with the natural normalcy of society. going with what they see in the mainstream. It's the same reason why people, it's the same reason why people are still voted for presidents. The same reason why people are still going to take this vaccine, take this, because we rely too much, right, on outside people telling us what we should be doing on internally.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Why we keep on giving our minds away? That's what you're doing. You like every time that you go on an app or something and you see something like, damn, bro, I want that in my life. You transferring your energy onto that person. You don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Because instead of you saying, damn, I want that in my life, you supposed to really be like, man, first off, I'm about to show these motherfuckers how to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that. I want something that's for me. And when I completely changed my mindset onto that, everything started changing. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that, oh, I want. It's not like, oh, I wish I had this. I want that. It's like, I will get this. I will get that. You gotta have that type of mindset, you know. It's not like, and when people be looking at like all these celebrities and think they live in this life, people like they feel down. They'll get depressed over stuff like that because they look back on their lifestyle and be like, oh, well, I'm living this trash lifestyle. They don't understand these celebrities out here. They only post the good things, but really
Absolutely.
behind that, they live in just like us. They be living a bad life. You know, it's everybody live the same at the end of the day. We all humans.
Got just
Absolutely.
We're
we
all
just all
spiritual
have like different
beings.
lives to tell.
Yeah, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. So at the end of the day, it's like we gonna
Wasn't put on, yeah.
yeah,
We
Nobody,
wasn't put on the earth to all be the same. We can't live that same life. We can't go through the same route. We all got to be different.
exactly.
every single last person got to be different. Because we
We're
all,
all
I mean,
star
your
seeds.
fingerprint different. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like there is no, if you listen to a song and has one misstep in it, like one little high sound or whatever in it, you go automatically notice that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Every time, right? Same way we notice is one Drake, right?
Hmm.
If I try to sound like Drake, everybody gonna be like, bro, you sound like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gonna get look, excuse my language. They gonna be like, I ain't gonna get no pass. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, bro, you sound like Drake. Why you copycatting Drake? So why do we do this with our lives? You know what I'm saying? Why do we do this with how we feel about ourselves? Bruh, I'm gonna tell you something that you were never broke, you were never in no bad situation, you were never in no bad environment. You know what I'm saying? You were never, that is something that is a taught thought. You understand?
Exactly.
We are taught to believe that. We are taught to believe that the place that we are currently in the space of our lives is what quote unquote broke. You know what I'm saying? Or quote unquote, but that's just a thought. That's not even real. It's not even a real thing. You can never be broke. You are alive. You
Exactly.
understand? You could never be broke. You right here. Ain't nothing broke about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
That's the thing
Where
too.
does
'Cause
this mindset of broke comes from? It comes from this, we are attaching ourselves onto what we see. You understand? Which is not reality. Because that means that's just somebody else's reality. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? And there's going to come a time where you going to have everything that you feel like you've ever needed. And then you go realize that that means that the reason why you wasn't there yet is because you needed to go through where you was.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so you never look at where you at as like I'm broke. Nah, I'm in a great situation. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much money I got, how much I'm always in a great situation. Cause one, me and my creator got a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mind got a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm going is already exists because I said it exists. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? I ain't gotta, I will get there. I am there.
Hmm.
Y'all, the world just catching up to my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we really got to look at things like, no, I'm already there. The world is just about to reflect it in a second.
For sure. That's the thing too, because a lot of people, like you said, they'll consider it as made like living broke and all this other stuff. But you gotta understand, you were reincarnated in this family with like the lifestyle that you're in. You were reincarnated in this family, whatever the case may be, for a reason. You know, you're being
Absolutely.
tested, and you're not being
Right.
tested to show your weaknesses. You're being tested to discover your strengths. You know,
Absolutely.
so
100%.
you just got to make sure that you follow the right path. You will eventually get to the point where you want to be. You don't give up on yourself. You know.
Absolutely. See, we already know these things. You understand? You have a real surety of that. You understand? Your spirit already tells you that this life is simply just a test, and that's it. And we be putting too much on it. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
put too much on it because we put too much on the flesh
Yeah.
because it seems so real. Everything we touch seems so real. Everything we eat seems so real, right? So we put too much on it. We give like too much validity to that, right? But we don't never look at it like, bro, I just exist in this world that I can't explain. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain exactly what this is, why we even exist, but for some reason I care so much about it. You know what I'm saying? For some reason I care so much about it, but I'm just like, I can't explain what it even is. You know what I'm saying? So why I give so much a fuck? You
Oh
know what I'm saying? Like, just be real. Like, but we don't be thinking like that
yeah.
because we've been taught, right?
Hmm.
To through our experiences, through with our families and just growing up, like to care so much. But nah, we gotta separate from that because that caring is more so that ego. You know what I'm saying? More so the ego, the spirit and the ego. We always balancing and fighting between the two. You know, it's times where you wanna, if you got siblings or whatever, you wanna you wanna just help your siblings. You know what I'm saying? You wanna just do good for them, do right for them. That's your spirit. When you don't want to do right for them and you think you like, man, y'all don't need my help. That's your ego. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
it's like we've been moving and fighting between these two for a long time. But now, again, like she said, the generation that's right next to us and us, we all in this one fight together now. You understand? And y'all go take this even further than where we can take it. You know what I'm saying? Because we learned something about in biology that um when cells replicate and duplicate, they become better than the last ones. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Naturally, through natural selection. You understand? So what happens when, say, me and her generation have a child, our child comes out more intelligent naturally. Our child comes out more spiritually connected naturally. Our child comes out more with actually more chromosomes. So they have the ability to see more light than we do, the ability to absorb more information than we do. So when I hear you speak, I hear you speak from a shorty, and it's like, okay, shorty, get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There ain't really much I gotta teach them because this is just gonna be a catapult for you to take this to somewhere that's where it's gonna be even way saucier than I was ever even thinking of. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so I already see it, and I already see it in all y'all because I see this conversation sparking something within all y'all right now.
Hmm.
This is not the normal. This is not the. There's nobody usually talks about these types of things. And
Everything. Mhm.
but once we get into this, when we all start getting into this science, you see that it sparks something in us because it starts to you not you not coming into a higher knowledge. You actually remembering. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We starting to remember. Shit start when you start to make points and things start to seem like it makes sense. That's exactly what it's doing. It's making sense. It's going something that's deep in your own genetics, in your DNA. You like, why that sounds so similar? You know what I'm saying? That sound right.
Yeah.
Right. Bashir, I don't want to cut you off, but the bell is about to ring in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
But I want for people who are virtual who want to stay, I want you guys to get a sneak peek of his song that he's releasing tomorrow.
Absolutely.
The song is and what it's about.
Yeah, so the song is called Needs. Um the song is about you know, the my proper view on how I want to build a relationship. You understand? And it's more so speaking to it's not what I want anymore. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what I see. It's not about what I believe I need. It's not. It's about what I actually need. You know what I'm saying? And the way I formulated it, I made it to where when you listen to it, you don't even really. It just sound like some just super amazing saucy ass vibing ass song, right?
Yep. I'm excited to hear it.
Right. But when you
Yeah.
listen to it, you like, okay, this it made me feel like, okay, I want what I need after I listen to this. Because one, I also incorporated. This is the first song that I really incorporated the hertz frequency within it. You
Oh,
understand?
really?
So when you listen to the song, I put the heart chakra healing tone in it. When you listen to it, it's automatically gonna be healing you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bye.
A lot of people don't even know that.
Put some hurts in there. You put hurt
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yeah. So when you listen to it, they don't even go be like, why my brain feel all tingly?
Hey, I followed you on Instagram, but like send me a link or something.
No,
I
absolutely.
I hit you up.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she wanted to play it.
Yeah,
You was
I'm
about
gonna
to
play
play it?
that for whoever wants to stick around and listen to it.
I
But again, thank you so much, Bashir, for talking with everybody. I do feel like this conversation did spark something in all of us. It definitely, I feel the shift of energy amongst the class.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me. This was a beautiful conversation. Let me get a picture real quick for history purposes.
Right.
Let me get this picture. Okay. She got the mask on and stuff.
Right. Period.
Let me see. I wish I could make my
Wait,
okay.
let me put you want me to put it on gallery view? Oh, you got it on gallery view.
Yeah, I mean, how do I do it to work? Because I look hella small.
You want to make yourself big? You got to change the view at the top right hand
Okay.
corner of the screen.
Okay, see, I don't be knowing all this stuff.
Okay. I'm about to play the song.
Okay, there we go. Let me see.
Shake your body, mama. Drop your flow on me. If you want me, show you really on it. I got spirit for you. I got one for you. We got danger around here, but it's peace for you. Express your mind to me. I'm
They
built
go
for
crazy.
it. If you wanna grow, I'm all here for it. All I need is life to sing. Every on my peace and living a lie. The place that I'm from will eat you alive. It's not safe, but you still won't die. Even after all of that, you ready to ride. That's why I can trust you, and I'm down to love you. No one else will love you. I don't even got a friend. Not too many people like to say that it's one of us. I just wanna let you know that I'm just trying to fuck. I don't need bodies, I need somebody. Someone to love me, someone that got me. I'm always happy, falling out with the option. As long as you ain't never doing shit that's out of pocket. Don't introduce a
Can't keep up. Hey,
before I let you touch it. Your fine ass looks, they come in clutch. They don't make you, but it does add up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Right through the tough skin with my claws. I'm a wolf, baby, I'm no dog. You a badass, but you respect my mind. You know my soul compliment your shine. You know this road is a different kind.
We got some dancers in here, Bashir. So they trying to hold back.
oh God.
I really am. I ain't gonna even count. I ain't
I can pick you up, but you gotta trust that I won't drop you. Don't introduce a vibe. You can't keep up. I need to see your mind before
Hold on, I gotta record that.
Oh, it's recorded.
they don't make you, but it does add up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Break through tough skin with my claws. I'm a wolf, baby.
I'm no dog.
Shake your body, mama, like your soul on me. If you want me, shawty, show you really on me. I got spirit for you, I got one for you. We got danger around here, but it's peace for you. Express your mind to me, cause I'm built for it. If you wanna grow, I'm all here for it. All I need is life to sing.
One.
Drop that.
You gonna have to make a video for me, man.
What do
Oh,
I need?
yeah, I got you.
It's not righteous. What do I
I
need?
got you.
It's not priceless.
Is it released yet? Because you would have to send me the unreleased version or whenever you want it.
I'm trying to get to the day on one knee. I'm trying to love you like my
It
enemy.
drops tomorrow.
You don't wanna
Alright.
change. You don't wanna change me. I see you in HD. Why everything is so fake to me? Just stick to me faithfully. Just keep the same energy.
Not like black. I'm done.
Keep it on.
Sound
Sound like black.
like shit.
Okay. Okay. I get black vibes.
I
Yeah,
know
that's the
that's
song
right.
right there. I don't,
Mhm.
I heard it how I heard it, but you know what I'm saying? When y'all hear it in its full glory, y'all gonna be like, okay, nah, this goes stupid crazy. I know y'all was already like this goes stupid crazy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know. You feel me? That
And it's
it
on
was
all streaming platforms, right?
absolutely. It was an honor to speak to y'all today. It was an honor to be here today. This was actually an amazing spirit booster, spirit lifter for me. You understand? I appreciate talking to y'all, y'all sharing y'all energy with me. This was a blessing, and because I like speaking things into existence, right?
Yeah.
I speak into existence that everybody that was in this conversation that was here, all of the y'all, y'all are all going to go down a path and a trajectory to where you go 100% find yourself. You go 100% know yourself, 100% be on your own vibration, and you go 100% build your own dynasty and kingdom. You understand? Because that's what it's about in this life. You ain't got to worry about nobody else's kingdom. You ain't got to worry about nobody else, trajectory. You the icon. You know what I'm saying? You the genius. You the nation builder. Y'all, that's y'all. That ain't nobody else's responsibility. That's you. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what I speak on y'all, on your lives. I speak that y'all go travel this world. I speak that y'all go build, something that's just powerful and amazing as black men especially. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all. And that's all I gotta say, really. And then what
I know that's right.
y'all gonna see me
Yes.
y'all gonna see me a year, yeah, matter of fact, couple months. I don't even speak a year, couple months. I'll be like, God damn, this song going crazy. She going doing billions of plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
That's
you've
one
been
thing
putting in
about
a lot of work, Basheer. You got a lot of songs you've been releasing.
absolutely. The beautiful thing about knowing where I'm at right now in my life is that I know that whenever I speak something into existence, it becomes true. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny, right? Because y'all hearing this conversation, and then y'all gonna be like, God damn, then when he just speaking to us in a in a class, you feel me?
Mhm.
Y'all
Mm-hmm.
gonna be able to see it real time. Like, oh, he wasn't just talking. He wasn't just bullshitting. Like, he was really manifesting. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? And this right here in this journey is a part of that manifestation that I'm talking about.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, Basheer. I'm
Thank
so
y'all.
glad
Thank
we
y'all.
could
All
connect.
praise
And if
to
y'all not following him, y'all should keep in contact. He could be
absolutely,
a mentor for y'all.
What is it?
absolutely.
What is it?
It's Basheer, Basheer music. So
Mm.
definitely, yeah, definitely follow me on the Instagram. You understand?